Spitfire Royal Air Force right there. This is one of two flying in the world. And you got it here at Atlantic City. Fun over the Boardwalk Air Show. This is Mr. Jim Beasley Jr. flying his airplane. This is powered not by the Rolls-Royce Merlin engine. This is powered by a Griffin engine. It's putting out more than 2,000 horsepower in front of that airplane. Now, you want to talk dollars on this aircraft? Think about this now. We got a Spitfire, one of two. They didn't build, I think, 40-some of this particular airplane to begin with. This aircraft has a value of more than $3 million. Trust me, folks, you're not going to see many planes like this flying at air shows in this distant future because they're too valuable to have flying at an air show where something could happen to them. But Jim Beasley Jr. bases his airplane up at Chester County Airport in Coatesville, Pennsylvania. Right down the deck, you see the field. Listen to this engine. Oh, yeah. West Chester, Pennsylvania, with his wife and 5 kids. He's been flying since he was a baby. Received his pilot's license when he was 18 years old. He was taught by his dad in a T6, which saw Andrew flying just a few minutes ago. He holds a commercial pilot's license, multi and instrument ratings, and holds a low-altitude aerobatic waiver, which means he can bring that Spitfire right down on the deck if he feels the need to. He's got more than 5,000 hours of flight time in all different sorts of airplanes. He's got over 2,000 hours in P-51s alone. He's also qualified in the T6, the Corsair, the F-86, and of course, the beautiful Spitfire he's flying for us this afternoon. Now, Jim wants to thank Beasley Firm. The firm helped sponsor this airplane for him. He's flying for us this weekend. Sponsored many air shows that do have one of our chalets out in front of us here. It's Philadelphia's best-known trial lawyers. That's Beasley Firm. And not only will Jim be flying this beautiful Spitfire for us, Stephanie, he's coming back later on the program to fly another one-of-a-kind, almost one-of-a-kind airplane, the P-51 Mustang. Now, if you take a look at the Spitfire on the bottom side of the airplane, under the wings, outboard the fuselage, you will see both 2 large scoops. That's the air intake and the coolant on this airplane. It's liquid-cooled Griffin engine powering this airplane. Again, excess of 2,000 horsepower in this airplane. Now, back in military days, it could pull as much as 2,400 horsepower of this engine, but today you can't get 130-octane fuel, so you can't get the horsepower out of it. And trust me, our pilots will never push that thing up to 100% unless they had to, but that's just too hard. There's 1, there's 2 inverted, there's 3 back to knife edge, and 4 back to upright. The 4-point hesitation roll, stopping that aircraft rotation every 90 degrees. Now, when Obi's up here later on, we got to make sure he can count to 4. Jimmy pulls the Spitfire up the right-hand side of the airshow box again, wing over to keep this aircraft right in front of us the whole time. So you look at the Spitfire. They built 2 different styles of the Spitfire wings. They had the LF version, was a low altitude, and the high F version was a high altitude, a little bit longer wing, but they still had the elliptical span on the wings itself. The aircraft wingspan about 36 feet, almost 37 feet. See the bottom side there, you can see those scoops on the bottom side. It's just under 30 feet long from spinner to tail. A takeoff weight of over 6,500 pounds, maximum speed about 370 miles per hour. Now, the typical Spitfire out of service at about 36,000 feet. With a Spitfire-powered engine, you can go way up above that. And a range of over 1,200 miles with onboard fuel